Woman testifies R.Kelly sexually abused her when she was 16. Geronda Johnson Pace, now 28, testified Wednesday that she was such a big fan of Kelly's that she attended the singer's Chicago trial for state child pornography charges in 2008. Kelly was acquitted of the charges in June 2008. The year after the trial, Pace said Kelly invited her to his home in the suburbs of Chicago, where Pace testified that she had a sexual relationship with the singer for about 6 months when she was 16. When the relationship ended months later, Pace said she gave a t-shirt that had Kelly's semen on it to an attorney who was representing her. Assistant U.S. Attorney Maria Cruz Melendez said in her opening statement Wednesday that Kelly's DNA was found in semen on the t-shirt. The singer, 54, whose full name is Robert Sylvester Kelly, has pleaded not guilty to charges of racketeering and violating the Mann Act, an anti-sex trafficking law. Separately from this case, Kelly faces federal child pornography and obstruction charges in the Northern District of Illinois, and faces state charges there for multiple counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse. He has strongly denied the accusations. Pace, "I wasn't supposed to tell anyone I was spending time with him." Pace, who was one of the women who participated in the Lifetime documentary Surviving R.Kelly, testified that when Kelly invited her to his home in 2009, the singer told her to bring a bathing suit. "I told him I was 19, she testified. "I was 16. Pace said that day at his home, Kelly told her to walk past him and take off parts of her bathing suit, and that when she was nude he performed oral sex on her. She said she felt uncomfortable and decided to tell him her real age. "I told him I was actually 16, Pace testified. In her testimony, Pace said she showed Kelly her state ID with her real age, and that he responded by saying, "What is that supposed to mean?" Pace testified Kelly told her she should continue to tell everyone she was 19 and to act 21. She told him she was a virgin, and Kelly said that's good in response, Pace testified.
She said he had her perform oral sex on him, and that he took her virginity. Pace delivered her testimony stoically, telling the court she is now the mother of 4 children with another one on the way, due any day. Kelly looked on during her testimony dressed in a gray suit with dark-rimmed glasses, occasionally speaking with his attorneys. Pace testified that as a 16-year-old, her sexual relationship with Kelly continued for 6 months and that, at times, she would be at his home in the Chicago suburbs unable to leave rooms she was in. "I wasn't supposed to tell anyone I was spending time with him," Pace testified. She also testified Kelly took her cell phone away from her. "He didn't want me in contact with anyone but him," Pace said. "We were not able to leave out of the rooms. It was a part of the rules." Rob's rules, Pace testified, using the singer's first name. The relationship came to a halt in January 2010, Pace testified, after she and Kelly got into a fight when he became upset that she didn't acknowledge him as he walked into a room, and Pace said Kelly slapped her and choked her until I passed out. Pace testified that after she awoke, Kelly spit in her face. She then performed oral sex on him and he ejaculated on her face. Pace testified she wiped her face with her blue t-shirt. Kelly had asked her to retrieve a pair of high heels at a family member's home nearby, and Pace testified she left his house and did not return. The blue t-shirt, Pace testified, was turned over to an attorney she retained later that month, in January 2010. The attorney, Pace said, didn't recommend pressing charges, but did work on her behalf to file a civil suit against Kelly, which was settled outside of court. Prosecutors showed a copy of the settlement Pace entered into when she was 16 as evidence in court. But Pace said she told a friend about what happened between her and Kelly, and the friend recorded the conversation. Kelly learned about the conversation, and Pace said her attorney told her she'd breached the contract.
Pace also testified she had mixed feelings about ending her relationship with Kelly and began returning some of the settlement money to one of Kelly's managers. "I wasn't happy about having to go through these steps," Pace said. Pace testified that, ultimately, in 2017, she decided to go back to her lawyer's office and retrieve evidence she'd given them, including a journal, the blue t-shirt and a cell phone, and turned them into police, where she said she filed a police report. In her opening statements, Melendez told the jury in the Brooklyn courtroom that the case is about a predator. A man who, for decades, used his fame, his popularity, and a network of people at his disposal to target girls, boys and young women for his own sexual gratification. Kelly's defense attorney, in contrast, told jurors that many of the charges against him are overreaching, and that many of the relationships Kelly had were consensual. Prosecutors expected to present video evidence. There is a mountain of evidence that is expected to be presented during the trial, including videos of alleged abuse and more testimony from both victims and former associates of Kelly. Multiple charges allege that Kelly sexually abused underage girls and filmed those incidents in the years after his 2008 acquittal.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.